The Legend of the Giant's Causeway, an Irish folktale retold by Catherine Follett. Illustrated by Cesar Samaniego. Focus question. What is the plan that Una came up with, and did the plan work? This story takes place long ago, when fairies, leprechauns, and giants roamed the green hills of Ireland. It tells of the strongest giant on the isle, Finn McCool. Finn lived on top of Knockmany Hill with his beloved wife, Una. At the time of this tale, Finn and his relatives were building a bridge from Ireland to Scotland. They were almost finished when suddenly the ground began to shake. Waves washed over the stones. Finn McCool knew what was happening. I should be getting home, he stammered. Una must miss me so. Then he ran off. Una was surprised to see Finn come flying up Knockmany Hill. You're home early, my love, she said. The giant Cuchulainn is coming from Scotland. I felt his footsteps shake the ground, Finn cried. Cuchulainn was the strongest giant in Scotland. Everyone was scared of him. He was angry and mean. During a storm, he once smashed a thunderbolt into a flat, glowing pancake. He carried it around to prove his strength. Cuchulainn had beaten up every giant in England, Scotland, and Ireland, all except Finn McCool. Cuchulainn hadn't beaten up Finn for a very good reason. Finn always ran away. Now that a bridge stretched between Ireland and Scotland, though, Finn had nowhere to hide. Enough is enough, Una sighed. Let's deal with that mean Cuchulainn once and for all. How long until he gets here? Finn put his thumb in his mouth. Thumbs are where giants get their strength. He'll be here tomorrow morning, Finn whimpered. We have plenty of time to get ready, she said. We can beat Cuchulainn so long as you do exactly what I say. Una asked Finn to fetch her a pot of cream, 3 white stones, and a barrel of flour. Then she borrowed a frying pan from every neighbor around. Una cooked the cream into curds of cheese. She formed them into a big, soft ball and set it in a basket with the 3 white stones. She made 21 loaves of bread. Into 7 of them, she baked an iron frying pan. Then, before bed, Una made up a large baby crib and sewed a bonnet from the tablecloth. I won't sleep in a crib dressed like a baby, Finn shouted. Would you rather fight Cuchulainn? Una asked. No, muttered Finn. He strapped on the bonnet and snuggled into the crib. Early next morning, the house on Knockmany Hill shuddered and shook. Even the wind trembled. Cuchulainn was coming. Where's that fool Finn McCool? Shouted Cuchulainn, bursting through the door without knocking. Why, he's out working on the causeway, Una said sweetly. I haven't seen him for weeks. Well, his relatives said he'd fled here. Sounds like he's afraid of me, Cuchulainn laughed. He waved around a glittering disk. It was the thunderbolt he'd smashed. Una laughed too. This brought Cuchulainn up short. Oh, I doubt Finn is afraid of you, Una said. He's much bigger and stronger than you are. But I heard that the bridge is nearly done, and Finn will be home soon. I'd be happy to serve you breakfast if you'd like to wait for him. Cuchulainn was as greedy as he was mean. He happily bit down on a loaf of Una's golden brown bread. Yo! Cuchulainn shouted. What kind of bread is this? It broke my 2 best teeth. Oh, that's Finn's bread, said Una. He loves it. The only people who can eat it are Finn and Finn Jr. here. Una handed a loaf to Finn, who was still tucked inside the cradle. Finn followed Una's lead and ate the bread in 2 bites. Of course, Finn's loaf had no frying pan. Cuchulainn watched, amazed. He grabbed another loaf, and then another. Ouch! He roared as 3 more teeth came out. Maybe you would like some cheese instead, Una offered. She set a round white stone on Cuchulainn's plate. Una handed Finn the soft cheese, which looked just like a stone. Finn, babbling like an infant, squeezed the cheese until the moisture poured out. Then he swallowed it in 1 bite. Cuchulainn could not be outdone by a baby. He picked up the stone and squeezed, but the stone stayed dry. He bit down. Hoo! He screamed. He'd lost 4 more teeth. That baby must have teeth of iron. Let me take a look, he said. Cuchulainn leaned over the cradle and reached for Finn's mouth. Finn nearly fled, but Una's steady look kept him calm. Cuchulainn pushed Finn's mouth open with 1 thumb. Chomp! Ah! My thumb! He's broken my thumb! Cuchulainn screamed. There's no way I'll fight the father of that baby. Cuchulainn fled across the bridge to Scotland. Then he turned and smashed the bridge to pieces, so Finn McCool couldn't follow him. You can still see its remains on the coast today. The Giant's Causeway. A causeway is an elevated road across water. The one in this story is a real feature in Northern Ireland made of thousands of tall, mostly 6-sided stones packed together like puzzle pieces. They form natural stairways and walking paths that stretch into the sea. The Giant's Causeway was formed by hot lava from a volcano. First, the lava flowed up from inside of Earth. When the lava reached the surface, it cooled quickly. As it cooled, the rock shrank and cracked into many pieces. Scientists think the feature formed between 50 and 60 million years ago. Today, the Giant's Causeway is one of the most popular sites in Northern Ireland. Connections. Writing. Pretend Una needs 1 more idea for her plan. Write a letter to Una describing 1 more idea to help her. Social studies. Make a map of Northern Ireland. Label the water that surrounds it, the capital city, and any interesting places. Be sure to mark where the Giant's Causeway is.